Hi, folks. Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. Here I sit on the 11th anniversary of Hurricane Fran. Yeah, well, anyway. No, 21st. Holy fuck, I'm old. I turned 30 years old today, and I turned 9 years old the day Hurricane Fran came through. So, my birthday's in hurricane season. Now, I live on the East Coast, so hurricane season is something that I think a little bit more about than some other folks. Why? Hey, you know what? I got to live in hurricane area. Hurricane Fran knocked a lot of limbs down around here. I mean, I'm fairly inland. I'm a couple hours inland from the coast. But anyway, we got some pretty good damage from Fran. I distinctly remember Hurricane Matthew because it was just last year. Some lessons I learned from Matthew, I'm taking in for Hurricane Irma if it decides to come this way. I'm going to share those with y'all. Y'all don't have to learn the same way I did. We've already seen what kind of devastation hurricanes can cause. Katrina and Harvey come immediately to mind. And obviously, Matthew. Now, Hurricane Matthew came through on a Saturday morning. I don't know what I was more mad about. The fact that I was out of power for 5 days, or the fact that I missed work for a night. Anyway, Hurricane Matthew fucked shit up. Hurricane Irma is bigger. And as I recall, it's also stronger. What does that mean? Wherever it hits, it's going to fuck some shit up. So, if I can help y'all prepare for it, that's what I'm here for. What we need to think about with a hurricane is first, what kind of problems it can cause. One, it rains a lot. Flooding, waterlogged ground, which can cause sinkholes, trees to uproot, power poles to tip over. Oh, that's no good. Oh, how about this? This kind of, maybe it's in your area too. People who already can't drive worth a damn drive even worse, and they do so on pavement that's slicker than goose shit. That might not be a problem in your area, but it is here. Obviously, power grids may go down. Anytime you have a severe storm, you're looking at risk of tornadoes. Tornadoes fuck shit up too, badly and quickly. Unlike tornado, we can see a hurricane coming. Okay? And if we know a tornado is a risk from it, we go on ahead and prepare for that. So, other than that, let's see, you have flooding, rain, waterlogged ground, high wind, tear shit off your house. The problem with the wind is not that the wind is blowing, it's what the wind is blowing. And yes, I just shamelessly quoted Warren White. The wind blowing 185 miles an hour isn't going to kill you. The wind picking up the stop sign from up the road and blowing it into you will kill you. It's not really the wind, it's the penetrating trauma or blunt trauma that kills you. But, obviously, wind causes problems. Severe thunderstorms during hurricanes, more lightning, more risk of getting hit by it. Granted, it's pretty limited, but still, it's there. Oh, when Matthew came through, we lost power on early Saturday morning, and the whole area went down for 24 hours. It royally pissed my mother, who's now my mother-in-law, off because my wife was supposed to do her bridal shower the day Hurricane Matthew hit. And then we moved it back to the next day. And we still didn't have power at the house, but they did because they're on the same grid as the hospital. So needless to say, they got power back pretty quick. We did not. You'd be amazed at what a difference 9 miles makes when it comes to response times. So, that's another thing, response times. Our fire department, our sheriff's office, the state highway patrol troopers work in this area, our EMS guy, local town police in this county, local firefighters outside of West End here, them boys and girls, they work their asses off the whole damn time. I mean, they really did good work. So, but we got good people here. They always do. So, you need to be prepared because you may be on your own for a while. We're going to kind of talk about what I did right But first we're going to talk about what I did wrong. Did not store enough electricity. Batteries, 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 batteries. And when you think you got twice as many batteries as you need, get some damn more of them. Alright, I had a few battery operated lights in here run off 2A and 3A batteries. I was damn near out of them. Okay, it got to the point where I was having to scrounge in like cabinets and shit, figuring out which ones were half dead, which ones weren't. So, don't want to do that again. Needless to say, before this storm hits here, I'm going to have enough damn batteries to build a battleship with. Okay? USB battery packs included. I did not have enough stored power. If we would have been able to go to her parents and recharge those, I would have been cell phone down quite a while. And I was only playing with my phone about 10 minutes a day. I would cut it on in the morning and leave it on standby, and for about 10 minutes I'd kind of catch up on, mostly looking at the news, kind of seeing what's going on there. Oh, yeah, I mean, not good. Battery operated radios. I had a pair of Midland weather radios going 24/7, or 24/5. I was out of power for 5 days. I was on my last leg when it comes to batteries with them. So, yeah, I need to make sure I have them. Water storage. I had plenty of drinking water. I did not have much hygiene water. I already remedied that. But when you buy, I had one 5-gallon water carrier that I bought, one of them collapsible deals, and when I took it out of the box, the motherfucker had a hole. And of course, where was it? In the bottom. You know how annoying that is? You really don't know how annoyed I was. Okay, you might, because it might have happened to you. I was pretty pissed. That degraded my hygiene water capacity by quite a bit. We remedied that this time. Next, what else did we do? Lamp oil. I'm getting lamp oil this week. I'm getting a lot of it this week. And because we didn't have none, and she found a bunch of lamps, and my dumbass tried to put K1 kerosene in there. K1 kerosene will work. It's not going to explode, at least not if it's meant to be a kerosene lamp. But you buy the stuff meant specifically for lamps. Otherwise, your house will smell like kerosene for 6 months. Ask me how I know this. That shit stinks. Be fine for use outside, but it wouldn't worth it. No, don't do that shit inside. Let's see. We had now. What else did we do wrong? My dumb ass decided to go into town the day of the storm, while the storm was coming through. Yeah, not my brightest moment, but you know, I kind of wanted to get an idea and see what else I could get, just to be on the safe side. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was a terrible idea. I swear if I didn't have a truck that was so heavy, I'd have ran off the road repeatedly. Because all that rain and that new pavement out there was slicker than goose shit. Don't do it. Alright. My dumb ass probably will, but you don't. I'm telling you, it's a terrible idea. Don't do it. So, first off, general warnings. Don't go out in the storm if you ain't got to. If you do go out in the storm and say, well, Kenny Smith, total force holding, said he went out. Okay, me sitting here saying this right here, do not go out in the storm unless you absolutely have to do so. End quote. That'll be exhibit number 1 in my countershoot. Don't do it. If your local authorities tell you to evacuate, do so. There's probably a reason for that. You don't want to fucking die, right? And spray. Now, when you're buying your preparations, you don't want anything that's going to impair your mind. Okay? So this whole, I'm going to get drunk. Yeah, and you're going to be one of the ones we read about in the news, dead as a doornail. Because your drunk ass want to go run around hooting and hollering in the storm. So, I don't mind if you take a drink. I'm just saying, you probably don't want to have 10 cases of beer in the house and 1 case of water. That ain't going to end very well. Especially not if you get like Matthew with me and you're stuck there for 5 damn days without power, without running water. And you better make sure you have plenty of hygiene water, because if you drink 10 cases of beer, you're going to be pissing a lot. And unless you're pissing out off the porch, which not everybody, I live up in the woods, I can get away with that. Not everybody can. Unless you're pissing off the porch, it's going to get you stinking pretty quick, because you're going to run out of water to flush the commode with. So, and it's just going to accumulate and it's going to stink. Make sure you're prepared properly. And if you are going to stay, make sure you have all of your important documentations. The deed to your home, all of your insurance information, health, auto, homeowners, life. If it's insurance, have that policy. Go ahead and scan that information or take photos of it, save it on a thumb drive, save it on the SD card for your phone. Keep that on you. I said on you, not somewhere, on you. Keep the hard copies in a fire safe. All right. Make copies of the hard copies. Keep them in your vehicle. Same thing, deed to your house, titles to your vehicles, your personal medical information, your dogs or cats' shot records, stuff like that. Anything. If it's an important document, make sure you have multiple hard copies and multiple electronic copies. One set of electronic copies stays on you all the time. Photograph all of your documents on your phone and save them on those hard drives and all. Driver's license, registrations, carry permits, any appropriate work-related licenses you may have or need. All of it. If it's a license, a registration, certification, anything that might affect your work or your ability to be identified or anything like that, electronic and hard copies, multiples of both. Store bottled drinking water, 4 liters per person, 3 liters per animal per day. That's what I go by. Will that mean you have more than you'll probably go through? That's kind of the idea. Food, 2,400 calories per person. I feed my animals dry bulk food. Okay? I've got weeks of it that I keep in stock around the house usually. Maybe that's not an issue for me, but it might be for you. Keep that in mind. Anything to repair anything in your house. Basic hand tools. If you don't know what I mean by basic hand tools, go walk around the hand tool section of a hardware store. Crosscut saw, rip saw, buck saw, bow saw, framing hammer, because it's got a good straight nail puller. You can also use a small pry bar and a hammer on there. Obviously a hammer. Sledgehammer, crowbar, the bigger the better. Good big crowbar. Bolt cutters, you may have to cut your way into some damaged stuff or whatever. Limb loppers, the bow saw for cutting that. Chainsaw and fuel for cutting down limbs. Fasteners, nails, screws, nuts, bolts, washers. Lumber, all right, a couple of 2x4s, a couple of 4x4s, a couple of 2x10s, a couple of sheets of oriented strand board, OSB board, the good thick 3/4 inch shit. Maybe a bundle of shingles that go in your house if you have a shingle roof. Some extra sheets of tin. I have a tin roof. I may need to put another sheet of tin on if the wind knocks it loose. An extra bundle of siding. I've got vinyl siding. Not this. This out here in the building, this is wood. This actually used to be the exterior wall of this building. We just built, well, it wasn't we, because I wasn't born yet. My daddy and grandpa built an extension on here, which is now my boxing gym. But, things like that. Repair stuff. Painter's plastic and tarps. Painter's plastic for your windows so you can still somewhat see out. Tarps to patch big holes in your roof or big holes in your wall so you can put some OSB board up there. Adhesives. Electrical tape. Duct tape. If you can't duck it, fuck it. Super glue. Gorilla glue. Rubber cement. Shoe goo. Shoe goo is amazing as far as adhesives go. You may need to attach something to something. So, let's see. Electrical repair. You may have a circuit breaker blow or outlet blow or something like that from a surge, maybe a lightning strike. All right. You may need to at least have some basic understanding of some electrical. Same thing with plumbing. You may have a pipe burst. Can you fix it? Do you have the stuff to fix it? Something to keep in mind. Let's see. I said medication. A couple weeks worth of prescription meds ain't a bad idea. Civil meds, ibuprofen, Tylenol, Imodium, Pepto-Bismol, multivitamins because you're going to be eating whatever you have stored, protein powder, friggin' oral rehydration stuff like rehydration salts, or even just Gatorade powder. One, it gives you something flavored to drink, and also it'll put some extra salts back in your body that you may have sweated out when you're trying to repair a hole in your roof or some shit. Water filtration equipment. We got a thunderstorm rolling in, so water filtration equipment is all. You may end up having to drink ditch water if you're stuck there for a while. And that's look at Texas with Harvey right now. I mean, there's water everywhere, but most of it ain't fit to drink. Filter it out. You can make improvised filters. There's plenty of videos on YouTube and then diagrams and survival manuals. I'm not going to get into that. Bleach. As I recall, 2 drops of bleach, like medicine dropper drops of bleach per liter or 6 per gallon. There you go. Bleach also pulls double duty as a surface disinfectant. Wipe it down with bleach. Non-electric cooking equipment. Like we got a flat top kerosene here during the big snow around here in '99. That's what we cooked on. We didn't have to burn extra fuel. We were already burning fuel in it to heat the house. Also, like things like gas stoves, gas grills, charcoal grills even. Charcoal grills great because if you have limbs down, you can use that as firewood in there. I actually cooked. I cooked some kind of meat on that charcoal grill like that during Matthew. I don't remember what it was. Did I? After. It was after Matthew. All our meat went bad during Matthew. I was using mostly my little gas camp stove. Make sure you have fuel for those. A generator. If you're going to use a generator to run your house to keep your refrigerator up, make sure you have plenty of fuel for it. It's kind of like when you get wood for a campfire. If you think you've got enough, get 3 times that. Okay? And that's kind of with anything, really. As far as this goes. When you think you have enough, get 3 times more. I already talked about using, nope, never mind. That was when I last tried to shoot this video. 2-way radios. You know, I was walking around the yard a lot after dark, kind of keeping an eye on some of my neighbors from the best I could, and kind of putting the point across, hey, we're here, and I know you smelt my food cooking, because I was cooking on the front porch, and this guy walking around the yard with a shotgun in his hand means business. You loot, I shoot kind of thing. So, I mean, I was kind of using that for that purpose, but I was walking around after dark. And if I was walking, sorry, I thought I heard rain. If it's raining, I'm going to have to stop filming. But it's not. You think I was the only one with guns? No, my wife was sitting in the house with guns too. Rule number 1, don't get shot with your own gun. All right, at the time, they were all my guns. So, no. Hey, I'm coming up on the porch. All right. Radios I was using, they don't have their commercial FRS, GMRS stuff. And everybody I deal with, it was like, hey, certain people can come to the house. I'm on this channel. Let me know. Bring that said sleeping arrangements. All right. Do you have extra sleeping gear in case someone you care about shows up? All right. Maybe it's in-laws. Maybe it's girlfriend. My mom lives out by the beach. I really don't want her out at the beach during this damn storm. As a matter of fact, I told her when she called me today, or it was on Facebook. It was on Facebook. When she wished me a happy birthday earlier today, I said, hey, you know what? Watch this storm. If it ends up making a landfall, you're going to get it. You may, as soon as you find out they plan on it coming into North Carolina, if I was you, I'd amscray west just as fast as you can. So that's something to keep in mind too. You may have someone showing up. Do you have a capability for them to, to sleep? Do you have sleeping gear for them? Sleeping bags, blankets, pillows, shit like that. All right. I do because I go camping all the time. You may not. Well, I used to go camping all the time, but I don't really much anymore. Same thing with food. Do you have extra food in case a couple people show up? Same thing with water. All right. Extra is not bad. Now we look at defending what you got. I wouldn't have just a deadly force option. I would have some form of escalation of force. Maybe go buy a single barrel, single shot 12 gauge. All right, that never has anything but less than lethal ammunition loaded in it. A bird bomb, even. Pow! 12 gauge flare pistol, like for a boat, or the rocket flares. Launch that bitch up in there. Hey, motherfucker, I see you. All right. Shine a laser pointer on him. Not attached to your gun. That's actually a crime in this state, unless you'd be justified in shooting him. If I point my weapon at you, and I'll use the airsoft gun just because it's close here. Okay? If I point my weapon at you, I'm pointing at me on my screen. My lens is up there. If I point this at you, right, I better be justified in using it. Otherwise, I've assaulted you by pointing a gun. That's actually a separate crime in this state. Don't want to do that. So why would I point the gun when I could just point a laser? I don't have a laser out here, so I'm just going to use Surefire. Or even something like that, a bright-ass light. I see you. Go away. Things like that. The ability to sit there and say, hey, I don't want to shoot you, but I'm ready to if I have to. Now I'm just playing with my Surefire. This is actually my old E2D. Not the L Ultra. This is just the original E2D, the old incandescent. Yeah, that's actually got the old bulb in there. But I love this light. I had it for like 15 years. Anyway, you know, that brings up batteries. Make sure you have batteries for everything you're using. I know I already said that. I'm saying it again. It's important. USB battery packs, USB cords. My wife uses iPhone. I use Android. So we have to make sure we have several. And now I've got to charge my watch. It's one of them Garmin doohickeys. She has an iWatch. Or the Apple Watch, whatever the fuck you call it. We got to make sure we have all those cords. Okay? So we've covered repair material, we've covered medical gear, right? We've covered protection, we've covered escalation of force, we've covered food, we've covered water, we've covered batteries. Now we get into planning. If you need to leave, know where you're going ahead of time. Alright? Sitting there and say, okay, I may have to leave home for a week. Where would I like to go for a week that I can afford to go, that will take me, take whoever's with me, take my animals, and make sure I have everything I need, important documents, things like that, just in case I come home to nothing. Okay? I would also suggest making sure you can fit some of your preps, or all of them. I'm cutting this video now because it's starting to rain. Make sure you can condense your prep and make them fit into your vehicle or vehicles. That way, if you need to bug out again, you can. So, I'm cutting this short, I know. I'll probably do a longer one later because it is starting to rain and y'all are probably having issues hearing me. But this is Kenny Smith with Total Force Holdings. I hope everybody stays safe during Hurricane Irma, if and when it hits the United States. And I'm thinking about all my people in Texas dealing with Harvey. Y'all be safe, be frosty, stay safe, stay frosty, and always stay in that fight. Damn it, cut off. Motherfucker.